hate crimes. They leave deep scars on individuals and rip apart communities. Often, the perpetrators believe they wield power fueled by racism, but they're gravely mistaken. The moment a judge utters those words, life in prison, their world irrevocably crumbles. Today, we'll delve into the shocking reactions of racist convicts when their hateful agendas led them to a lifetime behind bars. 1. Kayla Norton and Jose Torres. A hate crime unraveled. Kayla Norton and Jose Torres, fueled by racial animosity, committed a hate crime that shook their community. Their target? An African-American family hosting a birthday party. The couple drove through the neighborhood brandishing Confederate flags and shouting racial slurs. As the courtroom drama unfolded, the prosecution presented chilling evidence. Witnesses recounting the terror they felt, the emotional scars left on the victims, and the impact on the entire community. The jury's verdict was swift, life sentences for both Norton and Torres. Kayla Norton and Jose Torres received 20 years each for their actions, with no possibility of parole. The case sparked debates about hate crimes, free speech, and the limits of tolerance. 2. Edgar Ray Killen, the ghost of the civil rights era. Edgar Ray Killen, a former Klan leader, orchestrated the murders of 3 civil rights activists, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael Schwerner, in 1964. Their deaths were a pivotal moment in the fight for racial equality. Decades later, Killen faced justice. The courtroom buzzed with tension as witnesses recounted the events of that fateful night. Killen's unrepentant demeanor shocked everyone. The jury's decision, life imprisonment. The Mississippi burning case exposed the deep-rooted racism of the era. Killen's conviction sent a powerful message: no one is above the law. 3. James Byrd Jr., dragged to his demise. James Byrd Jr., an African-American man, suffered a horrifying fate. White supremacists chained him to a pickup truck and dragged him for miles until his body disintegrated. The nation recoiled in horror. The courtroom witnessed raw emotion as Byrd's family faced his killers. John William King, Lawrence Russell Brewer, and Sean Berry received life sentences. Their lack of remorse fueled public outrage. Byrd's case led to stronger hate crime laws across the US vigils, and protests honored Byrd's memory and called for justice. 4. Corey Muhammad. A killing spree driven by racism. Corey Muhammad targeted white men in a racially motivated killing spree in Fresno, California. His victims were chosen solely based on their ethnicity. The city grappled with shock and fear. Muhammad's defense team argued mental illness, but the evidence painted a different picture. The courtroom witnessed tearful testimonies from victims' families. The verdict: life imprisonment. Experts debated whether Muhammad's actions were solely driven by racism. Fresno rallied to support the victims' families and promote unity. 5. Travis McMichael, Ahmaud Arbery's tragic end. Travis McMichael, along with his father and a neighbor, confronted Ahmaud Arbery, an unarmed black man, while he jogged. The confrontation escalated and Arbery was shot dead. The courtroom heard chilling details: McMichael's racial slurs, Arbery's desperate struggle, and the community's outrage. The verdict? Life sentences for McMichael and his accomplices. A bystander's footage captured the fatal encounter, igniting national outrage. Arbery's death occurred in February 2020, but the trial took over a year. 6. Baton Gendon, a mass shooting rooted in hate. Baton Gendon, fueled by racial animosity, unleashed a torrent of violence in a crowded public space. His targets? Innocent people from diverse backgrounds. The chilling echoes of gunshots reverberated through the community. Inside the courtroom, survivors recounted their harrowing escape. Families mourned lost loved ones. Gendon's defense team tried to downplay his racism, but the evidence spoke volumes. The verdict? Life imprisonment without parole. Witnesses described the chaos, the smell of gunpowder, and the desperate scramble for safety. Vigils and support groups emerged, emphasizing unity over hatred. 7. Jeremy Christian, hate on a commuter train. Jeremy Christian's venomous words escalated into violence on a crowded commuter train. He targeted 2 young women, one wearing a hijab. His racially charged tirade culminated in a brutal attack, leaving 2 dead and 1 injured. The courtroom witnessed the victims' families grappling with grief and anger. Christian's defense argued mental instability, but the jury saw through it. His sentence? Life behind bars. The chilling footage captured the moment Christian lunged at his victims. Portland, Oregon confronted its own biases and rallied for tolerance. Remember, as creators, we have the power to shed light on the darkest corners of society. Let's use it wisely. Thank you for watching Discover It. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking content. And until next time, take care.